What's up, visionaries? Welcome back to my channel. And if you guys are new here, welcome. And today I have a special treat for you guys. You guys know the deal. If you guys haven't seen part 1 and 2, make sure you guys check that out. I have the gorgeous, the actress, the supermodel, the intellectual, Miss Leyna Bloom. Thank you, sis.
Sis,
Girl,
free is
are
the
you
best,
are you
honey.
are you ready, darling, for part 3? Because I'm already sweating. Ready for this
Piping
whole.
hot tea, honey.
Yes, the piping hot tea. This is going to be a part series, so make sure you guys watch all the way through. This is going to be part 3. Let's get to it. So now let's get into episode number 3.
So, where on the spectrum are you? Are you like trans?
I am trans. Only people I told were Tati, Chanel, and now you. It's been so hard keeping that secret from everybody.
I know you told me at the ball that you wanted to get into modeling. Have you heard of Tracy Africa?
No.
Tracy Africa was the first Black trans woman to ever be in Italian Vogue, and when they found out her tea, they basically canceled all her contracts.
You don't know who came before you. You're disrespecting your culture by not knowing that we exist. I can help her if she wants it, but don't think because I'm in a position of power and modeling that I'm gonna just give it to you. No, sweetheart, hell the fuck no.
She seemed really, really nice.
If you ever need any advice on anything with fashion, ballroom, womanhood, please hit me up. I would love to help you in anything. Right?
You asked her about where she is in the spectrum of LGBTQI plus, right?
Right.
So she told you that she's transitioning and that you're only the few that she's actually told this to, right? And then you went into the conversation with who do you know that's part of the modeling field? Like you wanted to be invested into this. So in my mind, I'm thinking you're asking as far as like, well, how much do you really know and how much are you invested? Because you have to do the work, right? You have to
Right.
do the work, whatever field that you're gonna be in. You're gonna have to know the background. You have to know who's put the footprints on the ground for you to walk on. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. So with that conversation, how do you feel in your mind now in retrospect?
I feel like that scene was very true and it was honest, and I don't want to take anything back from it. I think I wasn't, you never know, especially with this new generation, what their pronouns are or what they identify or where the spectrum they are. And the thing is, I mean, look at her. Like she got a hair wrap on. She is, she's not in her feminine form. She has no makeup. She has no jewelry on. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't sure if she was just plain feminine or she was actually like living her life fully as feminine. I just didn't know because I didn't know who she was. I didn't watch Legendary. I wasn't really a fan of the show. I watched a few episodes and I was like, this is not my type of show. And I didn't know her story. I didn't know who she was. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I take breaks from things, everything has to do with that, I cut off. Like it's like a breakup. If you scar
Yeah.
me, if you hurt me, I don't follow you. I unfollow you. You're blocked. I don't see you. I don't talk to you. I don't think of you. You're non-existent anymore. And I didn't know who she was. I didn't know the new generation of ballroom workers. I didn't know the new generation of Muglers. And I didn't know I didn't know who she was. I didn't know if she was a butch queen or a drag queen or butchering up in drags. I don't know. I'm getting to know her, and that's exactly what this scene is about. It's about me getting to know Brooklyn, and that's why I was like, before I even say, "Are you trans or are you on hormones?" I just was like, the more responsible thing to do in today's society is say, "Where on the spectrum are you?" And she told me she was trans, but even the way that she said it, like it was kind of like she wasn't sure, and I felt that energy for her that she isn't sure, and
Mm-hmm.
I detected that unauthenticness from her. You know what I mean? Like it's more than just putting a wig on, or it's more than just putting a lash on, or like putting a bra on. Like, do you live your life every single day as a woman? Do you really feel like you're a woman? And like for me, I come from the house of Miyake Mugler, where all the girls are like Barbie dolls, and like Brooklyn don't look like a Barbie doll. Let's be honest. When she's dolled up, she looks like a Barbie doll. But her day
Yeah.
looks like you outside. Are you real? Like you don't look real. You look clocky. Like you know what I
Mhm.
mean. Like I'm used to girls that are trans that are out pumping through, and they look like Barbie dolls. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's the language that we speak. And Brooklyn is outside looking rough and tough, like she just leaving the house to go to get some 2% milk at the corner of the bodega.
Oh my god.
In Central Park.
Like
Went to
that.
Central Park. I come with you dressed in as in my day look, in my realness look. I come looking done and beautiful, and you come in looking like homie from around the way. Like I
My
just was
god.
like, I'm unsure on like I'm unsure, and you know maybe that is her aesthetic. Maybe her aesthetic is tomboy, or maybe her aesthetic is like I'm going to get there. But I really was like, I
Mm.
was unsure. And that was me in a real accurate situation. If I was to meet anyone in our community and they are showing up like this and they say that they're a femme queen, I'm like, you need more training. Like, who is your teacher or who is your mother? Because they need to speak because they're not doing a good job.
Right. So with me and like everything in that, like to me, it's hard because we live such in such a new generation now.
Right.
Like it's such a brand new generation. And I think our generation of girls growing up, femme queens and trans women, um, it was a different thing back then. The whole goal was to blend into society, right? To fit in, to fit the mold, to
Right.
whatever the societal norm was at that time, right? And it was different versions of beauty there was, right? Because everyone has their own aesthetic, but it was a specific, let's just be honest, a westernized beauty idea of what each person should look like, right? So, and I think nowadays, I just don't think that people care
Care.
anymore.
Yeah.
They just don't. And to me, I think that's what if that's your prerogative and that's your thing. Like by all means, all right. Like, should we always look at the girls to be Barbie dolls, though? You know what I'm
No, we
saying?
shouldn't. We shouldn't.
Okay,
That's why we should ask them where they are on their spectrum because we
right,
don't
right,
know. You know what I mean?
right.
Like you either
Okay,
are a Barbie or you're not a Barbie. And at the moment when she was presenting herself to me while she was sitting down with me one on one for the first time, who I am a Barbie doll, I would have expected her to show me some respect and showed up at least trying to be what she wants to be. You know what I mean? What she is. Like if I was to go meet Naomi Campbell, I wouldn't show up in Naomi Campbell looking like that. I would show up looking like I'm going to be your next protege and you're going to be so inspired by me because I take myself very seriously on my aesthetic and my femininity and like how I take care of myself that you're going to be like this girl is serious about her identity. She's serious about wanting to be around me. She's serious about her lifestyle and I'm going to take her serious. And if I showed up looking like the bum, then she's going to treat me like a bum.
okay, okay. I know that's right. I know
You
that's
know what I
right.
mean? It's like you going to school. If you go to school, if you got to step into Harvard, you're going to show up like a Harvard student. If you show up to Harvard and you look like you belong at a, you know, another type of school that's not Harvard, people going to be like, why? Like, what are you trying to like? You got the opportunity. Look the part. This is, I'm ultimately like looking at her as looking at her resume. Like, I'm a model. The only reason why we met is because she wants to model. So like, show me that you are this model. Show me that you are this fire mom. And she showed up with no notepad, no pen and paper. She did not show with no facts. She did not do no history. She did not do no research. There's no
You,
class here for you.
you was not impressed at
I was
all.
not impressed. And that's why I schooled her and I said, okay, you want to be a model? Name me some models. Name
Yeah.
me at least one model. She didn't say Tyra, Naomi. She didn't say Beverly. She didn't say
Any of the
Luna.
Fab Five. Any of them.
No.
Any one of
She
them.
didn't say Andre Leon Talley. She didn't say Pat Cleveland. She didn't say Tracy Africa. She didn't say
Right.
Octavia. She didn't say no one because she doesn't care because she's part of this new generation that feels like, well, they did all the hard work for me, so I don't got to do anything but just show up to the casting and get the part because I'm gay and I'm queer. No, baby, that's not how it works. You do the work and you show up because you're black and you're trans and you work harder because you're black and you're trans. Nothing
Yeah.
is handed easy to you. Nothing was handed easy to me. Show me that you're serious about this. Like, I've been in this industry for almost 10 to 15 years working when there was no representation, when there was no diversity quota. I had to fucking show up and be better than the new girls,
Yeah.
the girls that are rank the supermodels right now. I had to be better than them. I had to show up and be just like them, if not better. And I made sure that I took my experience, my look, my vibe, and my history and the aesthetic that I was trying to show the world very, very seriously, because I knew if they found out I was trans, they wanted to say, oh, that dirty, bummy trans girl thought she can model. No, I showed up looking done. I was intelligent, so they cannot say about me. I look good. I was intelligent. My face was done. My hair was done. And I'm going to get the job because I deserve it, because I worked hard for it. And you can see that hard work. She did
Yeah.
it. And that's why she deserves, to this day, Brooklyn has not reached out to me to ask me about modeling. She has not done any modeling jobs since we did the show, because she does not take her modeling career seriously. And I'm not going to sit here and hand over opportunities to someone that is not doing the work. There is children in third world countries that want to be models, and they're out here working and literally living in huts in fucking Brazil, and living in huts, traveling 2 hours, 3 hours away just so they can go to a casting for 10 minutes and then gotta go back home for 3 hours.
So now going into this next scene in the club.
Right.
You said she wanted to meet me and hang out and talk. So I was like, let's do it. And then you said, I think that she needs some polishing to do. And I don't think that she's reached, I don't think that she's reached to that point yet. Like she said, she wants to be a mom. She wants to be modeling. My mentorship is closed. The school is closed. No more. I don't need to teach her anything. Everything is out here. There's no excuses. Bitch, if you want to make it yourself, bitch, if you want to make it by yourself, then that's on you. No copycats, baby. Originality. So, this is a scene that kind of got the girls really mixed up. So, with this part, from the park scene to this scene right here, how long was that time frame? That's a question I want to know first.
Maybe like a week. Maybe
A week. Okay,
Yeah.
so from that point to that point, this is a week that went by. What transpired, or what kind of was a change, shift in atmosphere and feelings and thoughts about Brooklyn change? Because clearly it was a different thing, you know?
I like I said, like, she just had a meeting with me. She could have taken that opportunity to take my number down and say, hey, Leyna, I had a great time meeting with you. I would love to get some advice from you. Let's get on a FaceTime call. Let's text. Let's do something. She didn't take the opportunity, and she missed out on the opportunity. And, the door is closed now. You know what I mean? Like, if you get a job, if you go out and for a job interview, sis, and you really want the job, you're going to call back the next day and check on your application, right?
Oh,
You're gonna
absolutely.
follow up. You're gonna follow
Yeah,
up,
there's no
say,
question about it.
there's a follow-up email afterwards. Hi, thank you so much for meeting with me. I think you're super amazing. I had a great interview. I would love to make sure that I'm at the top of the list because I really want this opportunity. If you have any more questions or you need any references, please contact me. I will love to get that to you as soon as possible. None of that. There was nothing. There was no, oh, Leyna, thanks so much for meeting me. I had a great time, or everything that you said. Guess what? I did research. I watched this documentary, this September issue, and I saw this, and now I know who this person is. And I studied Tracy Africa, and I looked up Beverly Johnson. I now know who they are. I'm taking everything you say seriously. Did she do it? No. So I have to move on to the next application.
Right. Okay. So that was so I wanted everyone to understand where your mind frame was when
But
you said
the copycat part was like, look, if you want to be successful in today's society, Go to YouTube. Everything is you can type in literally anything into Google or anything into YouTube or anything into Instagram or anything into TikTok and get your answer. You can get more than what you ask for. It's going to give you a overflowing of information. You can become successful if you just do the research. I learned by going to the library when YouTube and the internet was not available. I learned by literally going to the museums, going befriending people that knew a friend that knew a friend that knew a friend that can give me some advice. I would
Right.
ask anybody. I would Google anything. I would go and collect magazines to study the fashion, to study the brands, to study the photographers, the aesthetics. I would literally do everything. If you want to be successful, what is holding you back besides yourself? And I don't want to give her like things and then she copies off of me and she has no originality. Like, be your own self, be your own person. There's no copycatting over here. This is the opportunity and the time and the world for you to be one of a kind, one of one, be original, be Brooklyn. Don't be Brooklyn that was created by Leyna Bloom. Be your own person. You got all these things to say, and you got all these opinions and Leyna and this and that, but you don't know how to go and send your application to a Ford models or IMG models. You don't know how to take digitals with your iPhone. Where are your priorities? Your priorities are not fully important to you. Because if you would have did
Right.
it, you would have did it a long time ago. You are on this show called Legendary. Did you soak up that opportunity and make something out of it? No, you didn't.
Mm.
Sis, if you was giving your own TV show and you was a star on the
Baby,
show,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I would, baby, there would be all the milkage in this world that needed to be done.
every cow would have been milked, honey.
Everyone, not one.
These
They would look like the cows would look like they would be on a Ozempic. Okay, let's just be honest.
these new generations, shame on them that they think that they could just literally have anything that they want because they want it. There's no self-made. It's literally I'm copying off of you and I'm doing what you do because it worked for you and I'm going to not figure myself out and I'm just going to get the Lena experience. You can't do that. I didn't
Yeah,
want to be another Octavia. I didn't want to be another Carmen, another Tracy Africa. I wanted to be inspired by them, but I wanted to be my own person.
yeah.
And these girls, they just literally they look at freaking Beyonce and Rihanna and say, I want to be her. I want Beyonce's life. Why would you want Beyonce's life? Why what about your life? What about your breath? What about the time that you put into developing you? These new girls, they don't want to do that. They want the hormones fast, they want the boobs faster, they want the bodies
Mm.
this way, and they have this microwavable look, and they all look the same, copycatting each other's.
Ooh-wee. So, with the copycat comment, was that was specifically directed to just Brooklyn, or was that specifically directed to all of the girls?
It's directed to anybody that is not going into themselves and giving themselves the opportunity to figure themselves out.
Okay.
And that's just what it comes down to. It
Okay.
like this right here took about 20 years of an overnight success to get opportunities. It did not happen like that. It took a lot of hard work and ingenuity and rejection to get where the fuck I am, to still be standing here, to still be working. And I'm not about to just hand everything, all of my hard work to just anyone who doesn't care. And they're gonna what? Fumble it. And let me tell you, sis, I've done it. I've tried to teach these kids. I've tried to mentor them. I've tried to give them opportunity. I told them to meet me at 12 o'clock and they was coming in at 4 p.m.
Mm.
I've done it. I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not
Right.
going to do it again.
No, it makes total sense. I mean, from what you're saying, like you tried already, so now you're just gonna be like, you know what? If I feel like I want to do it at this time and go out of my way and try to help somebody, I will do it. So I get what you're saying. Like, but until then, I'm done. You're done, right? So I get it. You have to kind of respect where you are in that state of mind when it
If
comes
she would
down.
have showed me that she was serious about it, I would have fucking met her halfway.
Oh, I know you would have. I know you would have. Like that's not even a question. Well, that's because I know you like that. So I just but from the outside looking in, I'm glad that you're telling people that don't know you.
Look,
So
if
now,
I was watching right now, if you want to be mentored by me and you're serious about it and you got a plan for yourself, you have a vision board, you have done the research, you have sat down and said, this is the life I want, and all I need is someone to just give me a little bit of guidance, but I'm going to do the work, call my phone.
mm,
DM me right now and tell me and show me that you're serious about this. And if you need that help, I will help you. I will be there and be of service to you and your mission because I need your help. I need the more people in my position to go out in the world that can get the opportunities just like I'm getting opportunities. It'll make my job easier. I'm
mhm,
I'm working too hard. I
mm.
need help. I need allies. I need other people out here doing the shits. But where are they at? They're not at the casting. They're not getting their passport. They're not flying out to Paris and doing what they got to do. So I got to continue moving.
Now we're gonna get after the club scene, after the picnic scene, we get into this scene right here, which is at the bar, and I believe this is the patio, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here we go.
Me for a picnic, and I went to go meet her. She's one of the girls that I feel like could really go places with Mugler and outside of Mugler. She did remind me of myself a little bit, but a little more ghetto mangy version of me. It's so beautiful to see women like us out here handling our business and keeping our brain. Women like us.
What? Honestly, I kind of already had an intuition that Brooklyn was transitioning, but Leyna brought it to my attention. Is she called?
Why insinuate that she was transitioning?
Okay, so let me just set the record straight.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think Brooklyn is intelligent to some degree? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think Brooklyn, do I look at Brooklyn as a woman and not a man? Yes. Does
Right.
Brooklyn come off as a man? No. Does
Right.
Brooklyn come off as a butch queen up in drags? Maybe sometimes. But when you first meet Brooklyn, you're looking at something that is feminine, that has the potential of being more feminine, not being masculine. You know, I think Brooklyn naturally by nature is a feminine being, and she's also an attractive person, regardless if she's a man or a woman or a drag queen or whatever. She's an attractive person, and in my eyes, Brooklyn has potential. Like I said, out of all the Mugler girls, she has the potential to get out of the ballroom scene and get into, you know, the best.
But okay, so let's just keep it all the way funky, all the way real. Come on, Leyna, I'm trying to throw you this
I'm gonna
bone.
be honest with you, sis.
I'm gonna
Look,
throw you this bone, Leyna. Let's keep it real right here in this
sis,
segment, please,
sis. I'm gonna,
because this scene right here on the patio.
yeah.
We all know when we call, okay, yeah, that girl over there. Like, okay, that sometimes we even call Butch Queens girls, right? Like, okay,
Look,
yeah,
I didn't say she was trans.
I 100% I
I didn't say
get
she was
it.
trans.
I get it. I
First of
get
all,
it.
she was lying to everyone in the first place. She was lying, walking a
Okay,
cabinet.
but listen to me, Leyna, listen, Leyna, listen. Okay, you did not say that she was trans. 100%
Right.
correct about that. You did not say, but the insinuation, let's be honest, was there. The insinuation was there because it was it. If you would have walked away and not looked back, I would have been like, okay, I would have went with what you're telling me. But it's the look back for me and the shoulder, like, hey girl, like you don't know. Like it was that. It was very much it was the femme queenness of it all. It was like, okay, girl, you caught? I thought you knew. Get what welcome to the party, darling. It was very much that. Like
Yeah,
the
I mean,
insinuation was there. So when you say like I get it, you don't look at her as someone that is masculine. You don't see her as a masculine figure. That's not the question. The question was, did you insinuate? Absolutely, you
I think
insinuated.
to some degree there was a level of insinuation
Oh,
going
absolutely.
on, but I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Like, she's a woman.
Just
She's
own it, girl. Just
a
own
woman.
this.
She's a
Own
woman.
it.
She's a
I
woman.
get it. I get
The
it.
proof
She
is,
is. She is. She
it's
is 100% that. But
listen.
my thing is,
I said what I
own
said,
it.
and I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, he took it as he took it, and Andre's a very
Mhm.
intelligent man.
Oh,
Was I
absolutely.
wrong? Was I wrong for maybe insinuating? Probably to some degree. I was
Okay,
wrong.
that's it. That's all. That's
But
it.
the
That's
thing
all.
is,
That's all.
I'm
That's it. That's
gonna
it.
be honest with you. The word on the street through taping was that she was talking shit about me, and I heard
Okay.
that,
Hmm.
and I wanted to make it a little bit spicy.
Oh,
So
see,
I was going.
there we go. Now we're getting let's eat, y'all. Let's eat, because okay. So now we're getting the meal. Because
Yeah,
I was like, there has to be a reason why she did that. Because me knowing you, it wouldn't be something that she would do,
the
especially
word got back to
the
me that
last
she was.
sentence she told you. The last sentence she told you was saying that I only told you, you, and you, which is three
Well,
people.
why
So
would
in
she
my
tell me
mind, I'm
that?
thinking,
Why would she
huh?
even tell me that she's trans? Why
I
did I
know,
deserve?
I
Why
get it, but
did I
I get it.
deserve?
I get it, but that's what she said, and that's her story, right? Whether it's true or not, that's her story, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we have to go by what she's telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just the reality of what that happened, what it was, right? So it's like, okay, why not trust her? Because what would be the point, right? So just like why would she not trust you with something that you're telling her? So it's just like I knew had to have been something. I knew there had to have been something more than because that look back was very much okay, girl. Okay, girl. The femme queen look back, darling. It was like, okay, girl, I got it. And the shoulder, I said, oh, okay. So there was something going around saying that she was talking shit about you
Yeah.
prior to this moment.
Mm-hmm. Literally, when I was at that party, everybody was asking about, "Oh, how was your picnic with Brooklyn? Did you guys get along? What was going on with you in Brooklyn? Like, I heard da 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 da. How was the picnic? Da 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 da." And I was like, "Look, this little girl is not serious for the big league. Like, she
Mhm,
can barely even figure out if she wants to be a butch queen of drags, or a femme queen.
mhm.
Like, she came out to me. She don't even know who I am. Why are you telling me something so precious that only should be showed to very special people? Obviously, you look at me from some point of view that I am that girl that you want to tell all your tea to." And at the end of the day, like, I heard on the street that she was talking shit about me and she was feeling some type of way. So I was just like, okay, girl, well, you're intelligent and you're a woman, and
It was that. It was that look right there. Do it again. One more time.
why are
It
you
was
lying to
that.
the whole why are you lying to the whole ballroom scene, walking the category? Back in the
That's what I
day,
don't get.
if
That's what I
you
didn't get either.
I
It's
didn't
like,
get it. I
why?
just feel like back in the day, if you were transitioning and they knew that you were transitioning, they would literally say, "Come here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they would. Yes. They would. They would. They
Get the
would. They would.
out of here. Get the
Yep.
out of here. This is not your category." She was
Yeah. They
being
would have.
sneaky, like she is, because she's messy, and I'm not one of the girls, because if I was on a panel and she was not in my house, I would have said, "Come here, little pretty girl.
Mhm. Mhm.
You're
Mhm.
not a drag queen. You're a femme queen.
Mhm.
Get the
Mhm.
out of here." And
Let's
that's
be
the thing
honest.
is,
Selvin did it
that's
many times. Selvin's done that many times to the girls. Walking realness, walking Vogue, all of that.
they don't do that now. I don't know why they play that anymore. Like, it's literally like we need more people like Selvin in positions of power right now.
Mm,
Everybody's trying to be everybody's friend. Like, let's get back to the real competition of like, bring your
right.
best shit to the table. And at the end of the day, it was light work. I could have literally been like, "Oh, she's trans, she's transitioning." No,
Yes.
I kept it light. I kept it cute. I
You
kept it
did. You
flirty.
did. But
I kept it
again,
flirty.
but again, let's just for the people out
I was
there.
wrong, sis. You
Okay.
thought I was wrong
Okay.
for insinuating, right?
I'm asking, do you think from in retrospect now? It's not what I think. It's because what people want to hear from you and
I don't
your
think I
way.
did anything wrong. I thought I was
Okay,
very
so
much.
you don't want. Okay, so you don't think. Okay.
I really think that if I've never said anything, if I would have never got her tea out there to some degree, she would have never came out and she would have still been lying to people. So, as a person in the position of power, as a leader, as a female figure in the scene, it's my duty and my
Oh,
responsibility to let these
Lena.
girls know, bitch, you're not. You can play that game with the butch queens. You ain't playing it with me.
Oh,
And the
Lena,
thing
Lena,
is,
girl.
honestly, I didn't tell Roz, I didn't tell Chanel, I told
I
my
know.
brother.
I know
And
you
his
did. I know.
ass, his
We're
made
gonna
it
we're gonna
hot.
we're gonna get there. We're gonna
He
get
made
there,
it
right? In this
so
next,
hot.
we're
Like,
gonna
why you
get there
make
in the
it
next scene. But
hot?
my
Okay.
thing is, to me, again, you said it in the beginning, where you said it earlier, saying that maybe you shouldn't have said that. Maybe I was wrong for not
I'm torn.
insinuating.
I'm torn between it. Like, yes, I wanted to insinuate, and maybe I was a little bit wrong. But at the end of the day, it was just like, stop talking shit about me, because it's coming back to me, and I hear this. And you know what? I don't got nothing on you, but what I do know is you're trying everybody, and you ain't gonna try me. And girl, I want y'all to know the real truth, but I'm not gonna tell y'all the tea. I'm gonna let her tell you.
Okay, okay, I know that's right. So okay. So now let's just move on after that segment because I know a lot of people would want to know what during that segment. I want to know your words about that in retrospect, about specifically that scene. Like, because
Yeah.
that's what caused a lot of everything that kind of, went down after this. So now Exotic and Brooklyn are on the rooftop
Mm-hmm.
as well.
To my attention, that she called you a woman, like one of us, like one of the girls, and like
You know what that means.
possible like transition.
Honestly, I am a little shocked
A little.
that Leyna would say anything too exotic, and I'm gagging. I just like don't want to even be talking about this right now. I'm kind of brushing it off because right now is definitely the wrong time. I wasn't like ready to tell the parents about the fact that I'm making my transition. Exotic just came up to me, hey, I heard from Leyna that, like you're transitioning.
I never said that.
So she told your business.
You're making it hot.
But that's crazy. Hinting anything. You don't do that. That's not right. That's not cool. I mean, how do you feel about it?
I feel like that's really f***ed up. That is like really crazy to me.
No, that's very crazy that she would tell your business.
If I'm telling you something,
it should be in confidence of you.
Okay, so that is the end of episode number 3.
Yeah.
So with those scenes in particular, she's telling Chanel that you specifically said that she was trans.
Right.
We can both agree. Obviously, everyone that's seen the show knows that you didn't specifically say that she was trans to Exotic, right? Understandable. It's a game of telephone, right? It's going to change as each person gets the information. Right. But the substance of that was what Chanel said. Insinuating anything was wrong for you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you now with that situation how do you feel about that whole interaction?
I feel like very similar. Like, I insinuated too much, but at the end of the day, I just was like, I was in the moment. I was tired of talking about her shit. I was tired of people asking me about her. I was tired of people asking about how it meant, like people trying to make it hot and trying to get tea and try to get, get all types of vibes and stuff like that. Like so many things is happening behind the scenes that it's coming back to me. And I was just, they are allowed to have their opinion, you know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, it's just like, they're sitting here knowing that she's being toxic and knowing that she's acting weird and they allow it. But when I do it, when I can be a little bit kind of like insinuating to things, but I'm also giving her compliments and I'm also saying that she's intelligent, like they don't see that. They just see like, oh, Leyna slightly spoke your tea, but we wasn't sure if she was insinuating or not insinuating. But like, it would have been different. I was like, oh, that's a man. You know what I mean? That's a man. She don't know what she want. I was literally giving her life. I was literally saying, this is going to be that girl in and out of ballroom very, very soon. She's highly intelligent. She knows what she wants. And at the end of the day, she reminds me a lot of myself. And you know what? She's a very beautiful woman. When she's ready, it's like, for instance, when we first started, our vibes, when people would look at us and say, girl, if only she took a shot of Moans. If only she's gonna be that girl. That's what I was doing.
100%. But I think still you're not understanding to me, I feel like this is authentically, I feel like you understand it, but I don't think that you want to cop to it in my personal opinion, because I feel like you said it already. You said it like, girl, yeah, you know what, girl, I was trying it because she tried me, and I was feeling my judge, girl. I was being in my femme queen mode, girl, and I insinuated. I didn't tell, but I insinuated it, and girl, the girls put two and two together,
You
girl.
said it better than I did. You said it.
You
That's how I feel. You said it
you're
better.
s
That's exactly how I
you see
feel.
what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, girl, like, and I feel like but I'm saying they're not hearing you say it is the situation. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
I just honestly, for me, I'm sorry I hurt her or I spoke her tea, but at the end of the day, like, to some degree, the way that she handled this situation and the way that she showed up to the picnic made me feel like this girl is not important in my life. And at the end of the day, she doesn't see herself as important. So her tea is not important. And at the end of the day,
Mm.
like, she got her tea spilt by a supermodel that believed in her.
You know
And
what?
you should just be happy. You should just be happy that you got your tea spilled by me, girl. And there's no shade. So you
You
got
know
your tea clocked by a supermodel, bitch. If Naomi Campbell clocked my tea, I would be like, it's a compliment. Move
you
on.
know what? Okay, and there you have it, folks. There you go. Episode number 3 down.
Bad bitches don't talk about me, other girls. Bad bitches get more money. He's not a leader. A real man would have been like, look, like you're saying it like it's a bad thing. Like, bitch,
Right.
look what that did for me. She definitely needs to get a good wig. She definitely needs to know how to do her makeup. I just know that he was a fine ass guy that people was on the talk on the street saying he got a big ass dick. Chanel, your ass should be motherfucking lucky that I'm also hanging out with you, bitch, because you're not that bitch. He's messy. He was hungry to be a messy bitch. And what do trans girls do when fine ass boys come and give them attention? AJ, you're jealous of me. You're jealous of a female figure that is a boss ass bitch that can walk into the room and fucking get everything that you wish you always wanted. If you don't
Yeah.
like it, then suffer. Saying that I'm the copycatting stuff. Like, that's not real. Lolita, don't know you. Tati, don't know you. Oh, I just wanna be hugged and I just wanna be seen. Bitch, go to therapy.